so let everyone know. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about the Reading and Principles of Life second edition, the Teacher's Edition. And we received a lot of questions about Principles of Life in general and about, the changes from the second edition, what resources are included and stuff like that. So I'm going to run through this really quickly, but Bobbie, Lee, and Ryan, if you have anything else to add, just, again, interrupt. So the second edition is still fairly new. It's been updated thoroughly content-wise. They added a new co-author, Richard Hill, to the text. QR codes have been added throughout the textbook as well, so it really integrates technology whenever there is a tutorial or animation that you can use. We have one of those odd-looking codes that you run your phone over, and it pulls something up to watch. So your students will really like that. We've also expanded our supplement offerings, which I want to focus on because we had a lot more questions about that. The teacher resource materials now include a annotated teacher's edition and a separate flash drive that contains PowerPoints for each chapter, textbook figures, graphs, all that stuff, videos that you can use, active learning exercises, and a media guide. There's a ton of media with this book, so we created a guide that kind of breaks it all down for you. Principles of Life also comes with the Exam View Assessment Suite or Computerized Test Bank, which has over 75 AP-style questions that are ranked according to Bloom's taxonomy, and they range from multiple choice to fill in the blank and short answer questions. There's thousands of questions on this thing, but a little bit over 75 are AP-style. And then really quick, I wanted to talk about the POL Annotated Teacher's Edition, which Bobbie, Lee, and Ryan all worked on. So they can definitely share more about this. But these are some of the hallmark features that you're going to see in each chapter. Before each chapter, there is this essential knowledge and illustrative examples that are found in the chapter, which really breaks down what you're going to be using from the AP curriculum. Each chapter also has a chapter outline, which the textbook is divided by concept. So it breaks down what concepts you can skip if you're running short on time. We had a lot of questions we're going to answer about pacing, and this definitely helps with it. For example, in Chapter 15, which is our chapter on evolution, if you're running short for time, you can skip the first concept, which cuts down on about 5 or 6 pages of reading for your students. And then if you need to gloss over something or you can't spend as much time on something, you can look at Concept 15.5. It also shows where the essential math content is and just creates kind of a clear roadmap on what you need to cover within that chapter. Finally, we provide you guys with pacing guides in the book for both traditional and block schedule. It shows how many days you need to spend on it, what the page numbers are, what topics there are, what activities are within that chapter, and then the AP labs that you can do as well. All right, so now we'll get started with the question and answer, unless Bobbie, Lee, and Ryan have anything to add.
Somebody was jumping. Go for it, Bobbie.
Well, I just wanted to say that the 3 slides that you showed, new framework, calm their nerves a little bit, because to me it truly breaks down what learning objectives, the pacing, the things you can skip, like you said, and it just makes understanding the curriculum framework a little bit easier because, as we all know, it's overwhelming. And seeing what LO or essential information is in each section of the book just really makes it very easy to know what little things you can check off in the curriculum framework. And at least it does for me.
No, I think that's a good point even before we get into the Q&A. This is Ryan. I hope you guys can hear me. We spent quite a bit of time on the front end, but we took every LO from the College Board and rewrote it they rewrote it to make more sense to teachers and to students. And that was what really guided the way that we wrote the additional information. It's like we basically, I don't want to spend all night here, but a learning objective, it looks good, but you have to figure out what it really means, and sort of did a lot of that mind reading and rewriting the LO so that it makes sense. So just getting that really helps kind of calm the nerves and helps you recognize what it is that we need to be communicating to our students. And even looking at this slide right here, recognizing that the book is more conceptual and in its approach as opposed to factual, helps you wrap your mind around what it is we're trying to do with our students. And if you look at these check pluses, these are the essential learning objectives that we need our kids to understand, and it lays it out there for you. You could actually teach from this outline if you're really short on time.
Right,
Go ahead,
and this is Lee, and I think that, you know, the approach that the book takes of being conceptual is a very important one, because the new framework, well, I say new, it's 3 years old now. Our framework is a conceptual framework. It is designed to teach students the relationships among the concepts of biology rather than marching through the discipline as an encyclopedic categorization of fact, and that's not what it is. It's all about how is concept A related to concept B, C, D, and E, you know, and that's what we really need to focus on when we're talking with our kids about the things that we teach them, you know, and I think that that's a really important feature of this particular text.